Hi everyone, welcome to B&M CONNECT, Black McDonald's new podcast series where we talk about the latest technologies, trends, and innovation that's driving our industry. My name is Tariq Ali and I'm proud to be the host for this episode of our podcast. With the move towards smart cities and smart technologies, we're seeing a lot of new platforms coming onto the market that are helping cities and municipalities to move their traffic more efficiently, to reduce pollution, as well as to save costs. One such systems are ITS, or Intelligent Transportation Systems, and they involve a variety of platforms and hardware and technologies that achieve the smart mobility goals that a city has set for itself. With me today, I have the pleasure of welcoming Peter Short, who's a sales associate with Black McDonald's ITS division. Welcome, Peter.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Great to have you on the show. So let's start off with, for the audience, ITS means so many different things. It includes so many different systems and platforms. Give us a kind of an overview of what is ITS and how it can be beneficial to municipalities and the public.
ITS is essentially using technologies, advanced technologies, to create systems that improve mobility, safety, and our transportation networks in general. That's kind of the overview of what ITS really is, and I think it benefits our municipalities because they can improve congestion, they can improve safety for their pedestrians, for cyclists, so that's kind of the crux of what ITS is.
Fantastic. So let's talk about some of the systems that are available, technologies and systems within the ITS world. I mean, as a commuter, one of the things that is a daily challenge for me is sitting in gridlock. Mm-hmm. And I'll approach a traffic intersection and there's nobody else around, but I'm still sitting there for 2 minutes. How are ITS systems able to address this challenge and move the traffic along more efficiently and smoothly?
Okay, well, I want you to picture you're at a traffic light. It's the middle of the night. You're the only person on the road, and you're sitting at a red light. There's not another car in sight. We've all been there, right? Yeah. That's because primarily most intersections are pre-timed. They're just on a timer. One of the big technologies that's emerging right now that's becoming more popular in the industry is traffic adaptive systems. And what they're going to do is they're going to say, hey, you're the only one here. We're going to give you a green light all the way through. In other words, they're using sensors and they're using real-time information to communicate along corridors and adjust the signal timing for the actual demand in real time. That's a big one.
That's incredible. So yeah, I can really see how that's going to help ensure smooth traffic flow and make it more efficient. And then not to mention people sitting and idling and all the pollution that's causing, right?
Yeah, it's safety, it's pollution, like you said, and it's just getting people home quicker. So those adaptive systems we're going to be seeing more deployed in the coming years. So.
Interesting. Now, how do you see the role of AI play out in all of this? That seems to be something that's impacting all aspects of our industry. So how does AI play into?
I think AI is going to play into all of it. It's already in these adaptive systems. So these cameras are using AI to be able to recognize different types of vehicles, to be able to run these algorithms to make these timing decisions. So it's already there. It's just going to get better over time. I also see AI being integrated into ATMS systems now. So you have these platforms, right? Are you familiar with ATMS, Advanced Traffic Management System? Yeah, so there are these software platforms that can pull data from any vendor's hardware. They can pull data from other software platforms, aggregate it all into one place so that the city can start pulling data from thousands of sensors into one platform. And you can imagine what that does, right?
Yeah, so how does that help the traveling public when you have data points like that? Like, a lot of times we're on highway trying to get somewhere and there might have been an accident, 2 kilometers ahead or some other issue and our GPS doesn't always show that. But from our prior conversations, I know this kind of data that's been collected feeds into, the messaging, the digital messaging boards and things like that.
That's right.
You want to elaborate a bit more on that and how that's?
I mean, yeah, it's the real-time value. It's being able to bring that information to, say, the Ministry of Transportation. Hey, there's an accident over here. They have sensors, they pick it up, they bring that back to their central system, they can see it, they can deploy resources to go and fix the issue. The resources might be B&M, for example, right? So there's that, but then there's that long-term value as well. Because once you have all that data, you can start to create a digital model of your transportation system, and then you can start to understand the results of your decision making. So, hey, we built a new road over here. Well, let's see the historical narrative of how that affected everything. You need a lot of data to do that, right? And once you have enough, then you can start predicting the outcomes of those decisions. And you can imagine that's going to shape the whole transportation network.
Yeah. Well, that's great. That's great. So you mentioned B&M and the fact that we're now in this world and offering these value-added services on top of our bread and butter, electrical, mechanical, utility, and all the civil work that we do. So, can you elaborate on how all of this works together as a turnkey service to our clients and how they can benefit from dealing with just one source, rather than the multiple companies and the multiple headaches that come with that?
You basically said it right there. That's just it. It's the cohesion, right? It's bringing it under one umbrella. If you have a company like B&M being the prime on a project, taking care of, the design portion, the implementation, the integration, and the long-term maintenance, it just makes it so much smoother. It allows for us to pick the solutions that we think are going to work for that project, that we know are going to work because we're partners with these tech companies. We've vetted them. We've done our research. We've deployed them in the past. We know what works and we know what doesn't. And we can offer that value to our end users and our clients, that hands-on field knowledge that we have.
Awesome. That's great to see, B&M grow in our scope of services, and ultimately how that as a single source provider, as a turnkey provider, really benefits our clients.
It does, yeah.
Now, can you give me some examples of projects where we've applied this technology in the GTA in Canada?
One jumps to mind. In 2001, the City of Toronto released an RFP for their EMC contract, so electrical signal maintenance. In that RFP, there was a section that allowed for the latest, greatest innovations and how, with technology, how would you apply that to a traffic signal maintenance contract?
Right.
So we came up with the MAP system, which is an ATMS software that we've transformed into a maintenance awareness platform. So now you're able to track all the work that B&M is doing through the city in real time. We're able to get work orders sent directly to us so we can get there faster, get the work done faster. And then at the end of it all, you have a historical narrative of where all your assets are, all the work that's been done in the last year, 2, 3, as the project goes on. And it's just transformed the way the city does traffic signal maintenance. They even do road occupancy in there now, so they can show the public, where the work's being done, how long we're going to be there. It's transformative.
Fantastic. Well, that's great. That certainly empowers the public with information, to help them navigate about their day and much more effectively, right? So
that's part. It informs us. It informs the city. It informs the public, and it's great for just transparency. They can see the work getting done in real time.
So we've seen a lot of progress, in the use of technology in these kind of systems to, just make the flow of traffic go more smoothly and faster and more efficient. Where do you see the ITS industry heading in the future?
More compute, more intelligence at the intersection and throughout the entire road network. So more edge devices, more cloud power, more connected vehicles, more autonomous vehicles. That goes without saying. And eventually, I think they're going to aggregate all that sensor data and they're going to create what the industry is calling digital twins. So you're going to actually have a digital twin of your city with all those objects, the people, the cars, the bikes that move through your city, that you can now use to start predicting the outcomes of your infrastructure decisions. And when that happens, it's a game changer.
Game changer indeed. Well, this has been a fascinating conversation and fascinating insight into what the future holds in the area of ITS. I want to thank you again, Peter, for joining us today and wish you all the best.
Thank you.